somebody's
There
there.
we go. What's up, y'all? Yeah. John and Brynn Lang and Marina Simone in the house. Are we live? I think we are. We are excited. Money Monday coming in hot. What's up, y'all? Listen, if you are hopping on live, make sure you say what's up, where you coming in from. Oh, that's hilarious. The first thing when I clicked on it, Brynn, it shows you like this. Oh, all right. Listen, y'all. Who's ready to
We
make
all
it
pick
rain?
our nose. Let's do 100 here.
Who's ready to make it rain in November? Who is ready to get after it and make November a November to remember? Because let me tell you, been in the profession now for 21 years, which sounds so weird. And every year for the last 7 years, November's been our biggest month of the year. And that's not just by chance. Yes, there's awesome specials and deals. And I know most companies have Black Friday, Cyber Monday deals. In fact, we now call it Black November because it's like the whole month there's deals and promos and discounts and BOGOs and all these different things going on. But it doesn't matter if your company does the best promos of the year if you don't get prepared. You can't wait until November to start working your business. I think anybody watching this already gets that. So make sure you drop it to the comments and let me know if you're ready to get after it. Drop some flame emojis, smash the heart button. We're actually live right now in like 7 or 8 places. So let us know where you're coming in from. I got, again, Marina Simone, Brynn Lang, 2 of the absolute best, most genius marketers out there when it comes to like taking advantage, monetizing, optimizing, and maximizing promos, discounts, deals, really preparing for something like this. They're 2 of the best. And it's crazy because, both of them have that skill set of doing, producing, performing, leading by example, but they're very good at teaching. And how many sort of agree that's rare? Like there's some really good coaches, mentors, trainers out there, but they're like retired, like they're not in the trenches still doing the do. And Marina and Brynn do both, right? They're out there coaching top level leaders, building their own teams. They're very good when it comes to keeping things simple. And I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I'm simple-minded. I dropped out of community college. Like I did not have a desire to do something in like engineering or anything where you had to be like super smart. I had like some street smarts, but when it came to like books, learning, studying, I was just telling someone the other day, we were talking, and I was like, yeah, I pretty much cheated through high school. This is what I did. I got really upset too when they got rid of they got rid of the rule where you could wear your hat in school because you used to wear your hat in school, and when you weren't allowed to wear hats anymore, like that's how I cheated. I would literally just, you know what I'm saying?
I love that you're like admitting this right now.
100%.
I paid somebody to take college algebra for me, so I'm right there with you, man.
I mean, you got to do what you got to do, right? It's all about leverage. You know what I'm saying? My mom was a school teacher, so I was like, Mom, listen, I'm either going to fail this or you're going to have to do it for me.
Oh my gosh.
It worked. It worked like a charm. But you know what? Thank God none of that mattered because when it comes to getting rich, they don't teach that stuff anyway. And when it comes to marketing, duplication, social media, like we are your teachers today. And we're actually going to give you some cheat codes so that you can, again, maximize, monetize, and really create some profits, create some growth, and get prepared for the biggest season of the year. So Marina Simone, Brynn Lang, what's up, ladies? Excited to have you here.
Hello.
Let's make it rain today. What do we say?
I want some cheat codes. I need some parenting cheat codes. Anybody else? Drop cheat codes in the comments. We need some parenting ones.
Are you talking about for the puppy or the kids?
The puppy and the kids. We have a win though. Madeline came back from school last week and she had all check marks, no X's. She didn't go to school one day. So it was really only 3 days, not a full week, but I'm counting that as a win.
Hey,
yeah.
Yes.
That's a mom win right there.
Amen.
Right?
Amen.
I love it. I'm just excited to be on with you guys. I've been stalking you guys with everything you got going on. And I'm like, ooh, I could jump on this one. I could jump on that live. You guys are everywhere. I love it.
It's true. It's true. We have something going on this Saturday. What is it again? Oh, the A-Player Workshop. How many of y'all are registered for the workshop? It's going to be amazing.
Yeah. But hold on. A little birdie told me that we might have a special guest.
Oh, yeah. So I have it in my calendar specifically. So I'm actually going to be joining the A-Player Workshop, which I'm super pumped about because I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to make it, and things lined up. I can get rid of my kids so I can be there. Hercules. I'm like super pumped.
You're like, darn it, I'm gonna have to get rid of my kids because I got to do this. I got to do this training. I got no choice.
No choice. I have to do this training and this workshop. So I am pumped. I think one of the biggest things I'm most excited about is just the conversation you guys are even having on this workshop, because I think it's important that what we do in this profession is so freaking amazing, right? Like I saw what you posted the other day, John. You're like, doesn't matter if you drive a Mercedes, if you're miserable driving to work. And I was laughing because I'm like, I got a Porsche that I don't drive anywhere. And I love what I do for work, and because I don't leave my house ever. I get all dressed up to do this kind of stuff. No brainer, so much fun. And why wouldn't we want to recruit the very best people that are slaying it in whatever they're doing right now, but they're miserable? Like, those are A players, right? Like, I wasn't considered an A player necessarily in network marketing, but I was an A player with my drive, and I was an A player with my mindset and the way I thought about things. So why wouldn't we want to go and find more of those people? And I think there's that conversation of recruit everybody, which I get like in the beginning, but then there's like a certain point where it's like, okay, how do you have different conversations so you can have better conversations that recruit better people that are going to make you rich faster, and you can help them get rich and not be miserable?
Amen. Yeah, it's funny. It really is funny because I always say, would you rather recruit me at 20 years old when I first got started?
No.
I mean, you could obviously, I developed into a leader and a top performer, or would you rather recruit me at 30 years old or at 40 years old? And everybody's like, obviously 40. So it's like you said, we're not saying not to talk to everybody, but at the end of the day, if you're more intentional with who you talk to and the conversations you're having and how you're showing up on social media, I mean, right now, especially, like, there's so many people out there that are used to a certain level of income and success that are obviously going to be impacted by what's happening in the world with the economy. And actually, last time this happened was 2008, 2009. That is when I went full-time in network marketing and had my most success because I started recruiting up. I started recruiting A players, business-minded people that were already success-minded or had experience in this type of business. And it changed everything for me. And we duplicated that too. And it's literally why we are where we are today. And I know Brynn as well has built this incredible team. Like, her team is one of the best. Marina's team's one of the best because they obviously teach their teams how to go out and build with the best kind of people. And again, we can develop people, but we can also find people that are already developed. Really, you want to do both.
Yeah.
Well, I think I love this conversation too. I'm really excited about it because I think a lot of times when people think, and we're talking about recruiting up, recruiting your chicken list, recruiting A players, their thought is, oh my gosh, I have to go talk to these people that like are massively successful. They've already created all this stuff. And I like to dial it back a little bit. I'm really excited to talk about that because it's not just the people who are already successful, right? Like, John started where he started, right? Like, he wasn't like the main A player you probably would have recruited back then. Neither was Marina. If you knew me, neither was I. But here's what we did have. We had qualities that would turn us into the type of people. We had mindsets and we had drive that would turn us into these successful A players. So we're going to really dig in deep, not just to go out and find the people that you know that already have a lot of influence, that already have created success in their life, but really dig in on identifying qualities and skills that people have already created that might turn them into somebody that may become an A player as well.
Yeah. And recruiting up doesn't mean, I love saying this because I think it's like every network marketer thinks they can only recruit network marketers. And it's funny because some of the top A players I recruited were never successful in network marketing. So recruiting up doesn't mean like going and poaching someone from another organization and, whatever, talking bad about someone else's company to make yours sound better. Like, there are so many people on this planet that still have no idea what network marketing is. And the way that network marketing has shifted with social media, no brainer. Everybody and their mother has an opportunity to do it now. Back in the day when we were handing out CDs to like gas station attendants.
I'm so glad I never had to do that, dude.
Think back and I'm like, what the hell? Like, I was terrified to do it, and I did it because I had no choice. Like, I had to do whatever it took to be successful, right? And I look back and I'm like, okay, I get why people, were like, ugh, network marketing. Like, I get it now, But now I don't get it about today's network marketing because it makes no sense. People are sharing other people's stuff and people are making money off the shares that's happening
all day on
all day,
social
every day. And I think there's just a way that there needs to be a posture that changes in the way that you approach A players. And I think the conversation of how you recruit isn't like, oh, you can make money off of this person, this person, this person. It's, hey, the Kardashians are doing it. Don't be dumb.
I love it.
Right? Like, don't be dumb. I just saw Kourtney Kardashian launched a new product that's gummies. That's probably crap, even though it says it's all good, whatever, non-GMO, all these things. But I'm looking at it and I'm laughing because she's just got really good branding. The product probably doesn't do anything. And network marketing, we have real products that do things. Right? Sorry. Sometimes I get off on a tangent.
No, it's so true. It's so true, though. I mean, people are, so passionate about their sports team, right? Like the Ravens beat the Bengals last night. We were excited. But at the end of the day, as much as I love the Ravens, they don't even know I exist. They don't know my name, right? And we're out there promoting things, sharing things we love. And I almost like want people to dial it back kind of when they're talking about products or talking about something. Like, imagine how you would promote it if you weren't making money on it. We get so weird when we're making money on something, right? We make it about us. And actually that'll transition us perfectly into, this holiday season. When there's deals, there's promos, all these things, like sometimes we get so fixated on like how we can benefit, how we can rank advance, how we can monetize it. But at the end of the day, the deals that are out there are the best deals for the customer. Like, we want to make sure we're pre-qualifying the people that are going to buy our products, join our teams for that matter. In fact, those of you that are wanting the details for the workshop, just drop the word workshop in the comments. You can also go to mylifestyleacademy.com/workshop to get registered for free. We do have an upgrade that we would highly recommend, but technically it is free. Check out the website. You get all the details. It starts 10 a.m. on Saturday, runs till about 2 p.m. Eastern, 4-hour workshop. And we'll have the three of us, but then also we're going to have
4-hour workshops free.
The Russian hammer on. It is.
Yeah. Kind of dumb, right?
I know.
That's
crazy.
That's how much we want to like freaking help y'all crush it, man.
I didn't know it was free. You guys, please. I mean, that link should be shared everywhere in every team chat and oh, you're a network marketer? You need this. It's free and it's 4 hours. And you usually have to pay like $1,000 for something like this. But oh, by the way, it's free and you're going to learn how to recruit A players. Like, no brainer. Get your fingers out and start texting that link to everybody and their mother. No brainer. I didn't know that was free.
Yep.
Oh, well. No brainer.
Now she's not coming. Just kidding.
Now I'm not coming, people. No, I'm just kidding. I'll be there. I'm excited. I just didn't know it was free. Yep. Wow. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm really excited to have this Black Friday conversation today. Because here's one thing that I know. Like, I got started, with these two beautiful people about 4 years ago. And obviously I had already learned a ton from John, and like, drop all the fire emojis in the comment box if John has helped you in any way in your business, no matter what company you're in. I mean, I still, every day I get new followers that I'm talking to. How did I meet you? Oh, through John Melton, right? Like, everybody knows John. But one of the first people that I was actually introduced to was Marina. And I can just hands down say that my business would not be where it is today if it wasn't for meeting her. And, I ended up having a coaching call with her that I won. And we became good friends after that. And we started working together. And one of the things that we started working together the most on was our planning for Black Friday. And I can tell you hands down, I've never met anybody who is more strategic and more smart, but at the same time simple at building for Black Friday. And it has just done massive things for my personal team. And so I'm excited to hear what you have to say today about Black Friday, Marina, because you have this shit nailed. Excuse me. Sorry.
Yeah.
I say the S word sometimes.
No, I mean,
So
I
not.
remember our call together too, just so like I'm bringing up my notes because I have notes because it's just important to hear these things. But I remember first talking to Brynn and I remember being like, why did she pick me? Like, well, she picked me. I'm like, oh my God. And I was so excited to talk to her. And I remember just pacing outside and being so excited to talk to you because you had chose to talk to me. And I just felt like the coolest person on the planet. So that day maybe meant so much to you and it meant so much to me at the same point because it just, you know, when you get that validation of like what you're doing matters, like it's that good stuff, right? That's the good stuff. And so I love that day. I'll never forget that day. And I'm so glad you're my bestie because I couldn't do this business without you. By the way, we don't make any money off each other whatsoever. We're just besties, cross line, all the things. But, you know, here's the thing about Black Friday that, you know, I got a couple questions from this woman. She's like, well, my company doesn't do Black Friday. And I get it. Like there's still network marketing companies that are out there that just are not listening, apparently. And they don't do Black Friday or Cyber Monday sales. Just yell at your CEOs. Apparently they just need to hear it. I don't get it. I still am confused, but anyway, you can still win even if you don't have Black Friday sales because your people, your audience, they don't know. Like you can create sales that aren't there. Brynn and I are the masters of creating flash sales that don't exist, right?
Yes, and they're ready. It's that time of year. People, their wallets are open. They want to buy. They want to buy for themselves. They want to buy for other people. Like they want to buy. You don't have to have your own company promos to make them want to buy your stuff during this time of the year.
and it's insane because the amount of money that gets spent on Black Friday and the Thanksgiving and the day after Thanksgiving and then Cyber Monday is insane that the average person is spending over $400. So think about that for a second. That's what they can track. That's what they can track. That's not even network marketing. Let's take network marketing out of the equation because it's not considering our industry at all, right? So we're looking at over $400 on average that's being spent on Amazon, on Target, on Walmart, on whatever. And so here's what I want you to think about. There is not less money that's going to be spent this year because of whatever the hell you want to call it that's going on right now in the economy, right? Like that's not the deal. And if you go into the last quarter of our year thinking that there's no money to be spent, your belief in crushing or slaying the end of this year is going to be literally like none. So you can literally go hang up your hat and start complaining about what didn't happen for you. Like seriously. I spent $8,000 on a dog, people, that I didn't need because there was a problem and a solution that was presented to me while I was there. And they got my attention. So you have to really focus on like, how can you focus on capturing the attention? Capturing the attention. How can you focus on capturing the attention of as many people as you can right now? Like, how can you get people paying attention to you? I mean, I literally look for memes to get attention. I look to share things that are relatable, do reels that are relatable. I'm not selling anything to them right now, to my audience. Well, I am, but I'm not because I'm not selling my Black Friday stuff yet because we don't have the sale yet. But I'm starting to get their attention. Here's the $400 part. Like, I was like kind of surprised. I thought it would be a little bit more than that. But you ready for this? In 2021, holiday sales across November and December rose over 5% worldwide. Okay. That's 1.14 trillion. And 9% was in the US. $257 billion was spent just in November and December. Now, wouldn't you say because of the C word that happened in 2020, 2021, everybody was going to spend less? It still rose. Same thing's going to happen this year. There are more people that have credit cards. There are more people that have money. There are more people with side hustles, driving Uber and have side hustles that bring them in cash. There is money that is going to be spent this Black Friday. And if you don't believe that, it doesn't matter what's on sale or what isn't on sale. Ain't nothing gonna happen for you.
Yeah. No, and I think here's the thing, and I love that Marina said, like, right now is the time to capture their attention. I was actually having a conversation with one of my girls and John just a few minutes before we got on this this video, talking about a product that we have coming next year. And she's like, should I start, getting their attention for it now? I'm like, hell yes, right? Like it literally, we have a product coming for women that suffer from menopause struggles and daily struggles with their womanly things that we all know we struggle with, right? So why wouldn't I just start talking about my struggles with my womanly stuff in my stories and on my newsfeed? And then everybody who's interacting with those things, I don't have to pitch them anything now. I just write their name down.
Well, can we also point out how many times over the years have you had someone say, I've been watching you for weeks, watching you for months, watching you for years?
Yes.
So you don't just wait until you have the thing. You start building those relationships, planting those seeds now.
What do they do in the entertainment industry?
Right?
Like if they have a big movie coming, do they just like plop the movie down and say, hey, it's here? No, they have previews. They're constantly like building their list of people that they're getting their attention so that when it's there and when that movie comes out, these people are ready. They already know that they want to go see it. So think about Black Friday, you guys. No matter what kind of products you have, how can you start to get people's attention right now? How can you have them walk through a journey with you for 30 days where everybody who is like watching that content and watching your stories and commenting on your stuff, you don't have to talk to them necessarily about it right now. Just put them on the list, put them on the list, put them on the list. So that when you do have the promos, you're like, hey, I saw you were watching my stories about XYZ. Hey, we have this thing. Have you heard about it? Would you be open to some information about it?
It's so true. And it's so simple, right? You can even ask people, like, do you want to be on my VIP list? Like, do you want updates? Like, do you want to know? Most people are like, yeah, absolutely. And it's a great way it's really an excuse, right? It's a great way to justify connecting, following up. How many of us have people, there's a saying out there that like your biggest competitor, it's not other companies, other products, it's indecision. And if you have an excuse, a reason to stay in touch with people, to follow up with people, it really does make it easier. Like Brynn said, if you're talking about it now, if you're preparing for it now, and then to take it even further, get your team prepared, right? With, scripts and promos. And this is what Brynn and Marina are so good at. Like Brynn and Marina have it so dialed in at this point that like they have everything their teammates need so that there's no confusion. There's no like, well, how do I promote? Because a lot of people are brand new, right? So we want to dumb it down, simplify it as much as possible so people know the packs, the discounts, the deals, like all the things, because it does make it that much easier from a duplication standpoint for them to know exactly what to post, what to say, scripts, language, everything is rolled out. And I know we have some leaders on here too. Like, let us know in the comments, how big is your team? How big is your team? You have 10 people, 20 people, 50 people, 1,000 people, 10,000 people. How big is your team? Because if your team hears this conversation, if your team plugs into our A player workshop on how to attract, enroll, and duplicate A players, if your team is taking advantage and getting prepared of this holiday season, like you want to win the race, you start running before the gun goes off, baby. Like this is it. This is prime time. Any other thoughts, Marina? Any other things you would mention as far as like, what are some of those needle moving activities to get prepared? Because it's crazy. It's just a few weeks away before we turn the calendar to November.
Well, here's the other thing, right? Like, yes, the scripts and the strategies and all the pieces of it, but you like emotionally and mentally like have to be ready because at the end of the day, this is going to be like an all out massive action. And you just have to accept that you're probably going to wake up extra early and you're going to go to bed super late and you might be ignoring the kids like for a minute. Like just be ready for that because this is a big time of year and you don't want to leave anybody behind. And you also don't want to miss a sale because you forgot about someone, right? So I get a calendar out. Like I'm a dork. Like I get a calendar out and I'm like, okay, these 3 days, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. These 2 days, I'm going to do this. I'm going to follow up with these people. Okay. This day, I'm going to go back in the group and re-tag everyone on this. Like, get super specific with your time so you can mentally and emotionally be in a place for yourself where you're not burning yourself out. And this is something that Brynn loves to talk about. And I appreciate that she talks about all the time is, there's a time to run, there's a time to chill, but you know that this is a run time. Like, get ready for that. So here we are in October, already preparing for something that's going to happen in November. And some of you, it's only going to happen for 48 hours, and you're going to have the biggest sales month of your history of your business, right? Isn't that crazy?
But hold on, write that down, y'all. Like, yeah. You put that in writing. Like, this is going to be the biggest month. Write it down. It's already happening. It's already a done deal. I'm so proud of my team. I'm so proud of myself. Biggest month I've ever had. Setting yourself up for success. Like, I love that you mentioned that, because this literally is going to be, for many people, the biggest month they've ever had, but it's for the ones that are mentally prepared. Like you said, I love that.
And here's the thing too. It's like you go in and you wait till last minute to prepare yourself, it doesn't matter what the friggin' sale is.
Right.
But if you haven't prepped and primed your social media audience, you haven't started, having conversations, and you think just last minute, you're going to go onto your stories and you're going to message people, I think, watch my stories about the memes I share and the cat photos, but nothing else. Like, you're not putting your all into this. Whenever Coca-Cola launches a new flavor, they go all out to the point where it's like, why did y'all make that flavor? We all know about the flavor they've made that nobody wants. But anyway, right, you got the flavor. Then you've got over here, you got, anytime any big brand is launching something, it's a process. Mm-hmm. And so why aren't you treating your business with the process?
Yeah.
I don't know. You guys want to wing your business every day, throw spaghetti up against the wall and hope it sticks like a fake Italian. That's all on you. That's not how I roll.
Well, and you like totally like hit the nail on the head. The reason that most people get super overwhelmed and they get like super burnt out come this time of year is because they wait until the last minute. They're throwing their crap against the wall, like she said, like spaghetti, right? Like there are very specific seasons, just like she said. There are seasons where, you just need to really stay consistent. And then there are seasons where it's time to run, right? Mm. The reason that people get burnt out and they get frustrated, they don't see the results that they want, is because they wait till the last minute and then it's like run. And then they fall off the face of the planet for like friggin' 2 months because they're so exhausted. So when we talk about now, like, how can you become more efficient? What I would do, just like Marina said, get out your planner, get out your calendar. I sit down every Sunday and I plan out my week. What are the most important things that need to get done? And a lot of what is in my plan right now are the things that I'm planning for Black Friday, right? I'm already starting to do my reach outs. I'm already starting to do my marketing. I'm not waiting to the last minute. You know what else I'm doing?
Brynn, can I also mention, you've also been preparing your team. Like, yes. I've seen you and Marina, you've already been training your teammates. Like, I mean, yes. There's teams that are going to be waiting until November, and you guys are already in the beginning of October, getting people prepared, painting the vision, letting them know what's coming. No details on what's coming, but mentally preparing for that season. I love it. Yes. It's so good.
And then
so good.
Even how about starting to have the conversations with the people that matter to you the most right now, right? Like, hey, all day Thursday on Thanksgiving, you're going to have my undivided attention. Like, this is our time. I'm not going to be on my phone. We're going to be sitting down. We're going to have food. We're going to get fat. It's going to be amazing, right? It's going to feel good until to roll myself to bed, right? But on Friday, I'm going to get up really early. And I'm going to be working all day Friday. So if you want to go and you want to go golf with your buddies, or you want to go and enjoy and do something, like, that's going to be my work time, right? So many people fail to prepare the people around them as well, right? So like, my family knows that I am moving into a busy season for my business, right? I am having that conversation right now that over the next month, I will be putting more focused energy and time into building my business than maybe I would during a slower season where I was just showing up consistently, right? Like we forget to have those conversations. And so all it does is it creates that feeling of just overwhelm and frustration. And we're flying by the seat of our pants and we don't get as nearly as good results. And we start to hate our business because we feel like it's keeping us from the other things. But all of that can be like washed out the window if you start preparing now. You have the conversations you need to have now. You start scheduling your week on Sundays and doing the important things that you need to do. You need them focused.
Have you guys ever seen that interview with Akon where he talks about working with Eminem?
No, but I would die to work with Eminem. Go ahead.
So it's really cool because Akon's basically like, so we're going to do this song together. He goes, so I show up to the studio the first night at 6 p.m. and they're like, Eminem left. He left at 5 o'clock, and they're like, he's like, oh, okay. I thought we were gonna have like a night session. So he's like, yeah, he'll be back tomorrow at 9 a.m. So comes back at 9 a.m. and he's like, he's there all day working with Eminem from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And then 5 p.m. Eminem's like in the middle of like, they're creating this magic. And he's just like, all right, it's 5 o'clock. Got to go home. And the reason I point that out, and I'm not saying you guys have to work your business 9 to 5, those of you that are watching, but meaning he treats it like a business, right? He has boundaries. He has a schedule. He holds himself accountable. Like during that 9 to 5, dude, he's getting after it. But 5 o'clock, he goes home, right? Treats it like a real business. Now, you might say, well, John, I have a full-time job. Okay, great. You're going to work your business in the evenings or weekends or mornings or lunch break. Like you got to figure out what works for you. Everybody's different. My schedule is different than Marina's. Marina's schedule is different than Brynn's. But at the end of the day, we make it a priority, especially during the busier times. And I love that you mentioned getting your family on the same page. Listen, there's a difference in an employee mindset and a business owner mindset. There's a difference in a consumer, right, that's spending money, that's shopping during this holiday season, and a business owner, a boss, a producer, an entrepreneur. All of us that are watching this, we have to have a different mentality, a different energy during this time. And yeah, you're probably, like Brynn said, you're probably going to be up earlier, staying up later. Happy Thanksgiving, by the way, to all of our Canadians. Right? I think today's their Thanksgiving, actually. But, it's really important to have that clarity and prioritize how you're going to take advantage and not just have this like, well, when I find out the sales, then I'll start working, or when the promo is live, then I'll start building. No, you want to listen, the people that seem to effortlessly produce, sell, leaderboards, rank advance, it's the people that are preparing ahead of time and they know that their seasons of running. Yeah, right. And it really isn't that complicated if you kind of have the mindset ahead of time to be like, wow, so I can kind of see like the preparation and treating like a business and having the schedule and the agenda ahead of time and knowing like this is prime time. This is hashtag prime time.
Yeah. I love it. And the last thing I'll just say is like, you've got to be confident like going into this. And I think that's one of the biggest things that I'm really going to go over on Saturday is just how can you lift that posture up? What are some of the things that I'm personally doing? What are the exercises that I'm doing to get myself mentally and emotionally prepared for a launch? Because I've launched a lot. I've done $1 million launches. I've done crappy launches. I've had launches that you guys probably don't even know about that have failed, right? Like I have launches that have done really well and it's exhausting. It takes a lot from you. But if you can get yourself into a place where you believe and you are ready and you embrace like what this is going to look like for like the next 3 weeks, you can not only crush it, but you'll have enough energy to help your team crush it or the people you're bringing in crush it. I don't know about you guys, but when I used to recruit a lot of people, this was probably like 4 years ago, I used to get anxiety about having to launch them and help them because I was like, wait, but I'm still trying to get stuff over here. How do I help them get at the same time, right? Like there was that. And when you can really be in a place where you're mentally ready and you're in a place where you feel prepared and you believe that you can crush this,
right?
you're gonna help more people and you're going to stop self-sabotaging.
It literally is an objection. I hear people
Yeah.
that say, I don't want to recruit because I don't think I can help other people with that.
Yes.
I don't know
Yeah,
what
that's
to
the
do
main
with them. I
thing.
can't be their mentor. And it's
Yeah. What do I do? What can I teach them? I'm
Right.
like, wait, what? No. But I love it. So I'm excited for the workshop.
Yeah, the workshop's going to be amazing. Brynn, maybe you could touch on that before we wrap this up on what's going on Saturday for the people that have been living under a rock and are unaware of this A-player workshop.
Yeah, gosh, stop living under a rock. We're like the coolest people alive, man. Oh man, no, we're just really, really excited. So we have something really special coming on Saturday. If you have been living under a rock, which Marina just was like, what? It's free? What is wrong with you people? We are doing a 4-hour workshop. It's myself, it's John Melton, it's Nadia Melton, and surprise, we're also going to have Miss Marina Simone there with us. We're taking 4 hours out of our Saturday to pour into you for free. Why? At least I know for me, it's because I believe wholeheartedly in this industry and what it can do for people. I believe that anybody can be successful in this industry. All three of us came. If you haven't heard our backgrounds, our stories, like we weren't like the tippity top of the people that you may think you would want on your team. Like we were some broken people. Okay. And I believe that anybody can come from anywhere and be super successful in this industry. And so I know that for all three of us, we have a heart of giving back and we want to raise up this industry. We want to elevate this industry. We want more people to join it than ever. We want more people to see it as a valid opportunity to change people's lives. And so 4 hours on a Saturday for free with us, we are there to give you everything that we got, to teach you everything that we have learned over John 21 years. Marina, what is it, 10 years? Yeah, I'm 8 years, like what we've been able to create and take that and teach you that you can really do the same thing. So we have our A-player workshop. It's on Saturday. It's totally for free. Like Marina said, you should take this link. And if I were you, I would text it to everybody on your team. I would put it in your team chats. I would put it in your team pages. I would be like, this is insane. I can't believe these people are doing this for crazy or for free. It's crazy. But like, I know that I'm going to invest in myself and I want to bring as many people with me.
Yeah.
It's mylifestyleacademy.com/workshop. You can see it right there on the screen. Take this time to invest in yourself. Like, it's one of the best things that I did. I actually had a conversation with a girl earlier that I was like really excited about because she was telling me how when she got started in network marketing, she didn't have an upline who knew what they were doing. Well, neither did I. And it's one of the best things that ever happened to me because I learned how to plug in and invest in myself and go out there and find the knowledge that would help me create what it is that I really wanted. And that's what we're going to do for you. We're going to make it, we're going to shorten the amount of time that it takes to have that information. And we're going to teach you exactly how to apply it. In fact, we're going to do it with you.
And for those of you that say, well, I can't be on live or are there going to be replays? There is an upgrade option so you can have access to replays. And there's some other awesome perks too. But like both of them said repeatedly, it's free 99. And to have that access to this conversation, I mean, literally is the reason I went from, average income to savage income, rank advancing like crazy, having success. I did a post the other day. If you hate money, growth, success, and duplication, don't get on the workshop because it really is.
I saw that.
It really is a no-brainer. And it's going to be a lot of fun. Obviously, with these three and then Nadia, we're going to have fun. It's going to be awesome. That 4 hours is going to fly by and it can make a big impact, especially right now. The economy is where it is. There's going to be a lot of sharp people looking for something new. And I'm telling you, I'm promising you right now, you got to get out there. You got to learn how to have the right posture, language. You got to show up. This is it. And it's right before the biggest season of the year for our business. It's like the double whammy.
By the way, one of the best ways to crush Black Friday is the more people you got on your team, the bigger the boom.
Amen.
So why not be recruiting like a freaking badass right now?
Awesome. You ladies are the best. Y'all, it's Money Monday. Make sure you smash the heart button and give some love up to Marina Simone and Brynn Lang, two of the absolute best. We will see you this Saturday for the workshop.
Bye, y'all.
As Marina would say, bye.
Bye.